Ready to open the hood? UseTool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
You will find the TRW brake discs and pads used in the video by clicking on the link in the description. Turn your engine off, pull up the handbrake, pull on the bonnet release lever, and open the bonnet. Open the brake fluid reservoir. In order to change the brake discs and pads on your vehicle, you will have to raise the front of the car and take off the wheels. This will provide you with full access to the required area. Loosen the stud bolts on the front wheels, raise the front of the vehicle, and put it in the 2-axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. You will then be able to take off the wheels. Don't forget to slide them under the vehicle. To unblock the disc, insert a thin flathead screwdriver that can slip in between the two sides of the disc. Using a T30 Torx socket, undo the 2 screws that hold the disc. Withdraw the screwdriver. Turn the disc outwards. This will facilitate the process. Insert a flathead screwdriver to the outer extremity of the oblong hole located on the front of the brake caliper. Lift it off using the screwdriver as a lever by pulling it towards you. This will then push the piston in. Don't hesitate to push the screwdriver further in once the space between the pad and the caliper allows. Ensure that you have pushed the piston in as far as possible before moving on to the next operation. Using a 14mm spanner, release the 2 brake caliper mounting bolts. Finish off the unscrewing process by hand. Prepare a stable raised area so that the caliper can be placed once it has been released. Remove the caliper. Remove the pads. You can slip them off by pushing them away from the disc. You need to check the proper sliding of the caliper mounting bolts and the condition of the protective rubbers. If they show evidence of wear, it is advisable to replace them with new ones. Remove the noise dampening shims. Depending on the state of the nuts on the brake caliper mount, it may be necessary to use a hammer to loosen them. Using a socket wrench and a 19mm socket, unscrew the 2 holding screws on the brake caliper mount. Take off the brake caliper mount. Finish removing the disc retaining screw to remove the disc. Sometimes the disc may get stuck on the hub. If this happens, use a hammer to remove it. Finally, remove the disc. Clean the hub with a wire brush.
Hi, it's Theo from UseTool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We would be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.
You will find the TRW parts and products used in the video in the link in the description. Take the new brake disc. Before installing the new disc, it is vital to clean it using brake cleaner and paper towels to take off the storage paraffin. If your new disc is painted, you can place it directly onto the wheel hub. Place the new disc onto the hub and rescrew the 2 fastening screws by hand as much as possible. Using a wire brush, clean the brake caliper mount around the area where the pads will be placed. This will facilitate their installation. Put the brake caliper mount back on, screwing by hand to begin with. And finishing with a socket wrench and a 19mm socket to fix it completely. Finish off the tightening with a Torx wrench. Place the new noise dampening shims on the caliper. Take the new brake pads. Put the metal plates into place. Put the fasteners in place. Insert the new pads into the caliper mount, sliding them into place. Make sure that the pads are inserted into the springs. Put the brake caliper back in place and screw in the caliper mounting bolts. Finish off the tightening with the Torx wrench. Reuse the screwdriver technique to stop the rotation of the disc. This will allow you to fully tighten the fastening screws of set disc. You can now repeat the operation on the other side. Put the wheels of your vehicle back on and lower it to the ground. Before starting your car, don't forget to screw the brake fluid stopper back in. Be careful. Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to bring the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 50 kilometers or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation completed.
Hi, it's Theo from UseTool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We would be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.